I love those like non-copyright music techno things on YouTube. Always a lot of fun. All right, so I'll be casting another game. This is actually going to be someone from our my team. So I'm super excited to cast this for you. It's going to be some GM level play, and I'm excited. So let's get this game going. File received. There we go. Me joining it, as you can see, it's a master player UpAtree versus from Psistorm's game. It's Nick. Let me minimize that so you guys don't see that. Hopefully you guys didn't. And let's get these things going. All right, so spawning in our bottom right position, it is our red Terran player from IDGI. It is UpAtree. And spawning in our bottom right position, it is our blue Zerg player from Psistorm Gaming. This is the team I'm on. Give it up for NYK. So let's see. If I don't know I want to make sure the music's not too loud for you, ladies and gents. Hopefully that's better. All right, so I've been playing around with Nick a long time, so he's got very interesting builds, and I enjoy watching his games the most just because of his different playstyles and different builds. So far, as you can see, he is trying to go. He's going to go for that first hatch before pool. I wonder if he's going to go 3 hatch before pool. This map is very interesting. If you haven't had a chance to play on it yet, there's kind of a bottleneck right here. But you could also destroy these rocks here, which makes this bottleneck kind of useless. So if you're able to get around and get these rocks down, it kind of poses a problem when you have Terran that try to do the wall off. So an interesting note about this map I believe is Invader, Invader LE. You can only spawn, so since Nick spawned right here in the bottom right, that means his opponent can only spawn directly above him or directly to his left. And vice versa, if Nick spawned here, then his opponent can only spawn directly to his right or directly to his south. So you know it's either one of two positions. So this Terran UpAtree scouted up, and he decided to scout up to see if postpone 8 hours. Yeah, don't restart my computer when I'm streaming. So again, nothing too crazy going on. UpAtree does see the overload, so he knows, okay, you're spawning in the south position directly to my right. So that's where I'm going to send the Reaper. Reaper's going to pop out here, and he's not going to be able to jump across all that. So he actually has to go around quite a significant route. He has to go around all this, jump up this, go through all this, and get this. The Reaper route is actually quite annoying on this map, which kind of benefits Zerg just a little bit more. Of this Overlord from NYK does see the Reaper coming. He's going to have enough Lings and Queens to deal with it, so it's not going to be that big of deal. We do see Speedling is researching for NYK, and it's just going to try to have that harassment, going to try to stop any kind of counterattack that might be coming from UpAtree. So far UpAtree is not doing anything out of the ordinary. He has this factory and Barracks kind of hidden in the corner, does not want it to be seen, and so he's trying to hide it very well. So the Reaper can only go in this part right here. So if you send a Queen out, your Queen could stop the Reaper from coming. The Reaper can't jump over these rocks, can't get behind this in any way, so he has to come through that way. So it's another benefit from playing on this map against Terran. It's just super hard for Reapers to get that scout off. We do see the second barracks finishing up. They've got the tech lag on it, so we'll see if this factory actually switches out for the reactor or switches out for the tech lab. If it switches out for the reactor, we're going to be expecting to see a lot of Hellions. Goes to the tech lab, we might see some Thors here in a second if he decides to drop the armory. The Reaper does get in, does get a scout off, does see if there's no more tech besides Speedlings. And will he get out? It does not get out, but does see that there's no roaches, and it's only on 2 base. So he's got to know that there is something coming from NYK, some kind of early harass. The factory actually doesn't swap out for the reactor on the barracks. Actually built its own reactor, but it is going to be a reactor, so you are going to see some Hellions. I believe UpAtree is afraid that there's going to be a swell of Zerglings coming across the map, and he's defend really well. He's getting a bunker in place. It's not going to finish in time. These Lings are actually going to get there. It looks like they're going to be able to stop that bunker from finishing, which I don't know if he's going to be able to time. I don't know if NYK is going to stop the Lings from coming in at all. But all these Marines are in something. Where's the Marine goes? Okay, there's the Marines. So the bunker does finish, but NYK decides to keep his Lings over here in the corner. And all the Marines are kind of just up here on the wall. And then Lings are going to come in and he's going to stop this wall from being built. He sees that the bunker is not finished. He's going to attack the SCVs to stop that supply depot from being built. Sees a lot of Marines coming in. Marines fill up the bunker, and these Lings are going to be pushed back all the way. A couple evolution chamber goes down, and top, and we have a Baneling nest. So it looks like NYK is going to try to go for that Baneling bust. Just destroy that wall, take out those Marines, because now there's going to be two medevacs full of Marines going to be coming across the map. There's going to be a huge drop that it might be unscouted by NYK. We'll see if these medevacs get in a good position or not, crossing the overlords. But let's change vision. So NYK, okay, so now NYK sees both medevacs, both those overlords are spotting everything, and he's going to adjust accordingly. The queens are here in place already. And it looks like these medevacs might jump right into the support car, right where these queens are at. There we go. And there's only two Marines in there to stop those Lings. These queens are just being annoying at the moment. Medevac's trying to find a way around. More Marines go into that bunker. And I don't know what UpAtree's trying to do just yet with this medevac. It looks like he's going to try to go for this third base. And that's a great position to be at. Maybe he's going to try to push forward. Baneling speed is not researching, and it's nowhere near done, so it's going to try to get the surround on it, try to get it before they pick up. Only about... He doesn't get any. Unfortunately for UpAtree, he doesn't pick up any, and those bangs get great hit, and this attack is foiled. There's nothing UpAtree can do at the moment except rebuild his army. He's going to send a couple more dropships around, and he's going to try to do another good drop, and we'll see if he's able to get it. Got two more medevacs. They're going to tag in, tag out. Here comes Lings just trying to scout around for this medevacs. Medevacs are going to try to come in again. And behind this, NYK takes a fourth base. And, you know, UpAtree hasn't even thought about expanding it. He is building his third command center, but it's nowhere near done. He's not even going to have his third base up and operational just yet. Oh, Widow Mines are in this. So Widow Mines are going to do good to stop these Marines from getting surrounded by the Lings. We might be able to send a couple in there just to do some kind of damage, set off those mines. But as you can see, we got the Bane speed trying to finish it up. Medevac, okay, one Widow Mine doesn't go down, and it's going to get a huge hit. Takes out 6, looks like 7 kills off that. Got more Middle Mines coming in, and Medevacs finish it up. And oh, look at all this damage. Look how much health is left on that. And Overseers come in, take out the rest of the Widow Mines, and this attack again is followed. He's going to try to drop on top of this Overlord. And again, Nick, you know, is just NYK is keeping them on 2 bases. There's nothing. Okay, I'm on 4 bases. I'm upgrading my tier 2 upgrades. I have my Bane increase, and the wall is open. He's going to get some damage to the bunker, but not that much. It's just another swell of Marines. And Widow Mines coming in with some Liberators. Liberators are super annoying, especially since NYK has 0 anti-air. He's got a lot of queens, sure, but he's got 0 anti-air to deal with. We do see Aspire is about to finish. And from this, we just see nothing being built. Aspire is done. We have another armory being put down from UpAtree. So we're going to see a lot of Thors come into the mix, it seems. And there's a third base from UpAtree finally getting to play. Still, you know, he's kind of relaxing at the moment. He's not being too aggressive. He's just kind of like, okay, I'm on 4 bases. I'm upgrading my tier 2 upgrades. I have my Bane increase. And the wall is open. He's going to get some damage to the bunker, but not that much. It's just another swell of Marines. And Widow Mines coming in with some Liberators. Liberators are super annoying, especially since NYK has 0 anti-air. He's got a lot of queens, sure, but he's got 0 anti-air to deal with. We do see Aspire is about to finish. And from this, we just see nothing being built. Aspire is done. We have another armory being put down from UpAtree. So we're going to see a lot of Thors come into the mix, it seems. And there's a third base from UpAtree finally getting to place. And look at this huge army from NYK. And he's going to get a great surround off this. The Widow Mines aren't even going to have time to burrow. They all burrow, and there's going to be some huge hits on top of these Widow Mines. But these Lings clean up everything. Marines, Lings clean up everything. Here comes 5 medevacs and just a handful of Marines coming around. And here comes more Lings going to try to attack this army. He's going to do a lot more damage. Gets picked up a little bit. But look at all these Liberators. Huh. And that is it. It's cleared out the third base a little bit, sure, but not that much damage was done. And Liberator's going to come back. He's going to come back in siege mode. He's going to take out even more drones. Why can't I click on this? Weird. Oh, there he goes. Weird. Oh yeah, I was looking at it wrong. Okay, so 12 kills from that Liberator, all drone kills, and just super annoying. So NYK is just kind of defending at the moment. Here comes another drop, and UpAtree is just trying so hard to separate the army of NYK, just kind of bleed them out, just pull them across the entire map. This Spore Crawler takes out a medevac again, and these Marines aren't focusing down, and the medevac gets killed yet again. And here comes more Lings going to stream across. The Woodmine going to get off, get 3 hits, taking out the Marauder at the same time, and this attack gets cleaned up yet again. The medevac is just, unfortunately, is not being taken care of as well as UpAtree would like. He just doesn't have that control for it. So 4 bases, pretty saturated for NYK. He's going to be upgrading here in a second. Looks like he's going to be trying to go for that Hive Tech and try to get that 3 of 3. And Corruptors are here to try to take out the medevac, try to bait out that Widowmine hit at the same time. More Banes are coming in. It looks like they're just going to be trying a huge hit, going to try to come up from NYK. UpAtree is going to try to branch around and send medevacs up to the north and kind of whoop around the entire army. Here we go. Widowmines are burrowed. Here comes the bait. UpAtree is going to try to bait out the army and going to kind of kite back to those Widowmines. And unfortunately doesn't get the entire army like he wants. More Lings are being sent in just to scout out. 1 Widowmine gets deactivated. Here goes 2 more. Perfect. Now there's no more Widowmines to support UpAtree's army. And these Banes are going to come in and try to catch the army. At the same time, here comes 2 medevacs, and they're going to drop on top of NYK's 5th base, and he's going to be able to snipe it real quick. These Corruptors are going to be able to catch these medevacs, and they're going to try to the boost is done. There he goes. He's going to finish off the rest of the medevacs. The entire army is destroyed, and there's really nothing left for UpAtree. He's got no more units left. He's got this up here. He's going to take out that base. No big deal. NYK still on 4 bases, and just the army supply difference, the mineral count difference. NYK actually lets this base finish up. I think he knows that he could probably finish this base off no problem. Or he wants. I think he wants the Marines to be there, and so he could come very understanding of his surroundings and everything that he needs to do. I'm surprised he's not upgrading his army. At least his tier 3 yet. So now he's a huge Marauders into this army, but the armors are 2 of 2. They're on the same tier as the Zerg army. Those Banes aren't going to be able to do that much damage to them. Ultralisk Cabin is finished, and we'll see if any Ultralisk start getting produced by NYK. NYK is just trying to move this army into a great position. He's kind of doing like a sheepdog tactic, where you kind of move your army to where you want them to be, and then attack. So he separated the Marauder, at least his tier 3 yet. So now he's a huge Marauders into this army, but the armors are 2 of 2. They're on the same tier as the Zerg army. Those Banes aren't going to be able to do that much damage to them. Ultralisk Cabin is finished, and we'll see if any Ultralisk start getting produced by NYK. NYK is just trying to move this army into a great position. He's kind of doing like a sheepdog tactic, where you kind of move your army to where you want them to be, and then attack. So he separated the Marauders. Now there's no Marauders protecting those Marines, and these Banes and Marines are going to come in and just swell over this entire army. And that's exactly what he did. He pushed those Marauders out of position, took out the Marauders, and there was nothing to stop this army. And now there's just a huge army going to be knocking on UpAtree's door. Here comes. Lings are going to come in right when this planetary fortress is finished, but these Corruptors are actually going to do their, the corrosive. It's that weird thing where they do building attacks, and it's just going to just do so much damage to it. And that command center is going to drop, and that is the last real base from UpAtree. There's only a couple more minerals left in this. He's completely mined out of his main, and that was the last base. He's going to float over his other orbital command to this 4th base, but UpAtree only has 1 real mining base. Here comes another Liberator. They're going to try to do more damage. And this Queen is just going to get attacked at the same time. UpAtree is being super annoying with these liberators. NYK is taking his fifth base, which is good. I think NYK needs to try to jump on two more bases. He's completely maxed out. He's got the ultraless armor upgrade. He's got the armor to ground units upgrade. He's got the melee upgrade, and he's got three ultraless cooking in the oven. And it's going to be a lot of really good tank damage for NYK. And I don't think the UpAtree is going to be able to do much damage. He's got a lot of Marauders, a lot of Marines in this army. He re-maxed quite significantly, but 3-3 is going to finish for NYK, and NYK is just going to come down. And now he sees the Ultralisk. There's 5 Ultralisks on top of it, and we'll see what kind of damage he's going to be able to do with this. 6 Ultralisks, excuse me. There's 6 Ultralisks in this army, and we'll see what UpAtree is going to be able to do with it. Unfortunately, he's going to kind of has to retire back. Widowmine does get a good hit, and here comes the Liberators going to try to attack this base. And this Queen's going to be left all alone. And that Liberator is going to do a lot of damage to this base, and it's going to get cleared out. Corruptor's going to come and go and do some damage to it. Clears out the rest of the Liberators, but not without losing a Queen and about 5 drones. So again, NYK is completely maxed. He's got his 5th base up and running. His tier 3 is about to finish on top of his Ultralist armor. Finished as well. So he's got Lings that are going to be 3 of 3. He doesn't have the Ling attack from the tier 3 upgrades just yet, but the armor is about to finish. And just now, UpAtree is starting to research his tier 3 units, or his tier 3 upgrades. But it's going to be so far behind that this Urg army is just going to do significant damage. Here comes a kind of sneaky drop here in the back. Does some damage, just being annoying. But again, he doesn't pick up, he doesn't save these units. He's exchanging these units at not really a good cost per value. But it does require NYK to bring his entire army back. There's no Corruptors in this army anymore. It's just Ling, Banes, and Ultralisk, and so they can't attack air. So here's all the Corruptors from NYK. He's kind of stopping any more Liberators from attacking that base. And I think this is going to be the final nail in the coffin. Here comes NYK's army from across the map, and it's just there's just not enough units here for NYK. Excuse me, UpAtree, and just a huge. And these medevacs sees this entire army coming down, and he's just pushing around. He doesn't want to go to that center tower, so he attacks this 3rd base, and all this damage is going to get stuck. And here, where's the Corruptors? Where do the Corruptors go? Oh, there they are. The Corruptors are there attacking the Liberator, stopping him from doing any kind of that AoE damage. And here comes a lot of Lings coming up. Ultralisk are to have that 3 of 3 plus their plus 5, and GG gets called, and all the Banes come running in on top of this army, taking out the rest of the base, and GG gets called, and NYK takes it with some very, very strong Ultralisk, very strong Banes, and Lings. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the game that NYK sent me. He sent me a lot more, and the transfers didn't go through, so I'm going to beg him for more games, because that was a lot of fun. That was a really good play. NYK was just super patient with it, pretty much let UpAtree do all the moves, and UpAtree just kept getting further and further and further behind. Didn't take his 3rd in time, didn't take his 4th, lost his 4th, and just couldn't expand further from that. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I will probably be laddering since I have no more games to show, but I appreciate you all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys have a great afternoon.